so you can save them for later.
Yeah.
Because like right now he's got a pretty sizable army, even though the Sai is still pulling away from me. So like I could have had maybe an extra storm or two, which is gonna help for later. I'm not sure if he kills my expansion, but he ends up killing it pretty soon. So I probably wouldn't have lost it if I had kept it alive.
Just to
And also I'm relying on my defenses with storm and a few cannons to make good counterattack at the bottom rank. So
yeah.
like I had a few strategies that I was trying to just keep him from gaining a large economy before my recall kicked in, but losing those first high templars kind of for free is going to result in the loss of this expansion right now.
Just to ask about the technicalities of it, was not making the Arbiter immediately a mistake, or did you purposely not do it because he was attacking you at the moment?
No, it was a mistake.
Okay, it was
you
a
want to
mistake.
you want to get as fast as possible.
Alright.
Yeah, sometimes in practice I found that I was able to keep them more defensive as I was roaming the map, but I felt that my stairs were flying around earlier and his army was quite big. Like he has the Hatcheries at the third and he's got... Actually, I guess he has standard amount of factories, but I felt like his macro was pretty good, so I didn't want to lose him in middle of the map. Have him do some sort of counterattack which would kill me. But also, my robotics is a little bit late. I think my second gas might have been behind, but normally with this build you don't really need the robotics that early because you're using your zealots and your corsair to run on the map while you have cannons and storm to defend. So even though he does have workers and he's pressing a bit, if I place those cannons a little bit better and had a little bit better storming, then I would still be fine.
Can you sit just a little bit closer to the mic?
Yeah, sorry. I guess my volume is low.
You started out good, it's just the, as we've been talking, you've been drifting slightly farther away. It's getting just a little bit to the right
side. Right in my mouth. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got like a headset.
Ah, well then, I have no idea what I'm talking about. Take it all back.
Sometimes I get those messages on Skype saying that my mic is quiet even though I haven't done anything with it, so maybe it's my setup or something like that. But...
So, you're now going to lose this expansion after defending it for a sizable amount of time. What is the key to holding off lurkers with such a observatory? Do you just have to get clutch storms?
Yeah, good storms and good cannon placement. My cannons, like I should have had one just below the next, so I could have had at least a little bit of vision on some of the lurkers. Also, I engaged just before my first observer came and I lost a lot of units, so there was quite a bit of missed micro. You have to be quite careful. If you're going to commit to lurkers, you have to go all the way. If you're not going to commit, then don't even think about it. I sort of did a mix of the two and resulted in losing more army than I should have.
Alright. Now, you just flew out with your Arbiter and then came back with it, revealing the Arbiter.
Yeah. That was a mistake. What happened was I have the timing down, so my recall would finish at that time, and I didn't expect to have such a good spread, so he has a good vision of the map. So I was just gonna try and sneak it in some weird angle to get to his natural and do the recall, and then have my Corsairs come. But since he saw it right away, I was going to wait and use these zealots running around the map to sort of draw him away from the fact that I was gonna do it and try again later. But as you can see, he's seen it once again. So I did that primarily because I lost quite a few Corsairs earlier. I only have 4 now, so I wasn't as comfortable flying around the map with the Arbiter versus Scourge.
Alright.
And here they come.
Yeah.
Like I just barely got that recall.
Very lucky.
Yeah, but the recall was a pretty good composition. I could have used 1 or 2 more High Templars though.
Could use 1 or 2 more High Templars, but you want almost even split between Zealots and Dragoons?
I just want a decent composition so I can deal with kind of anything. Like I had Corsairs there too, but like he has a lot of lurkers, so I want boost for the lurkers, and he has a lot of flame and hydras, so I want some storm and zealots there too. Also zealots tear down buildings pretty quick with Archons, so I just wanted a pretty good mix actually.
Alright. So I didn't pay the best of attentions to what buildings he had up, but you took down the spawning pool. I think you might have taken down one of the hive tech buildings, and you took down one of the evolution chambers, along with
yeah.
a number of drones and however many foot soldiers you killed. Was this a successful drop?
I believe so, because I killed a few overlords and traded armies, and I denied his mining and killed a few tech structures as you mentioned, but also I'm drawing this army out of position so I can do other map attacks, like on the bottom right, probably right now, and it will draw his attention away so I can get expansion up again. My third should have actually gone up a lot sooner though. I probably should have attacked back to this point and retaken it earlier before my recall, so my economy would be better by this point, because I'm almost mined out. But when you do any sort of drop and stuff like that, you want to kill the spawning pool first, because links are way too efficient, and it's good to delay production on them. And after that, you want to get, depending on his upgrades, like I always click on the opponent to see what his upgrades are like. You want to get the upgrade facility, because you don't know if he's actually upgrading right now, and that delays a lot of timing on them. And then probably go for like Spiler Den and also Calvin stuff like that.
Other than seeing that, are you just clicking to see if they're 3-3?
Yeah, I just click on like one of them to see what the upgrades are.
Right, but you would go for the upgrade buildings if they had any upgrades except for 3-3, right?
Yeah, if they have
Okay.
3-3, then it's quite important.
I just wanted to make sure there wasn't something super special about it. It's like, if they have 2-1, it's probably not worth it.
If they have 2-1?
If they have 2-1.
Well, it's kind of good because you don't know, like his upgrades are not going right now, but you don't know if his like third, like let's say it's 75% done, right? He's wasted all that time investing into that upgrade, and then I just kill it. So he might have not canceled, so he loses a little bit of money, and he also loses the time that he has to remake evolution and then re-upgrade that
Right.
upgrade that he was trying to get. So I think it's pretty good.
So, alright, ignoring the recall, you're at a position of the game where you're in a position of power over the Zerg, which doesn't happen a lot as a Protoss player. What do Protoss players need to do to ensure that the Zerg is unable to make a comeback at this point in the game?
Zerg is really efficient in late game with cracklings and drops and weather, so you need to just defend really well. I'm not sure if in this game I leave my Corsairs at the bottom, but as I mentioned previously that it's quite far from the main to the middle of the map. So any point you are when you're in the middle of the map, it's really hard to go back and defend your gateways. So you should leave Corsairs, probably High Templar or two, and a few cannons in the main. Corsairs will probably be on the outskirts of your base to defend any drop. I only have 2 zealots at the top of the map when I'm getting my new expansion, but I should have probably a High Templar and a couple of Dark Templars up there, because I really need that to get online. My natural and my main are kind of mined out, so I'm ahead, but economically I'm not that far ahead, because I did recall his main and deny a lot of mining, so now he'll have like 3 bases around at this point of the game. Like he doesn't really have 3, he's got his third mined out and he has to rebuild his bottom right, but he'll have around 3 at this point. And I only have the mineral only and just getting the top left.
Alright. So you built a second Arbiter, which I didn't notice the first time around. Is the double recall a legitimate strategy?
Yeah, because if you ever do some sort of play where you have drops in advance, like a Silver Stern, or you do recalls in PvP or something like that, the threat is come when you do multiple recalls or more than one after the other, because he's gonna have to consider, like let's say I do a second recall and he does defend it, he's gonna have to consider if I'll do more recalls later in the game, so he'll have to put investments into defending, and that those investments will not be into his army, so his army will be significantly weaker anyway, so it's still good to continually produce them. You don't have to recall, but you'll still have the threat that it's a possibility. So stuff like that is actually really important.
Okay. I noticed you have both a DT patrolling around, I assume looking for expos. and Corsairs patrolling around as you were describing earlier to stop the Hail Mary drop. He doesn't have any defilers, which is odd.
Yeah, he probably he's making the den at the natural right now, but he was probably just like, as I forgot the arbiter because I was getting attacked. He's quite behind right now, so he realizes it. So he's probably thinking like, how the hell can I be losing to this random guy I don't really know? So he probably just wasn't as focused, and he couldn't get it until now, I guess. But some Zergs in CVP rush to Ultras way too quick, and it just basically ruins him. So maybe he was waiting until that bottom right base was going up, and he figured that he has enough gas to support defilers and upgrades and so on.
You talked about it before, but I'm just going to continue to point it out. You are continuing Corsair. You're continuing Corsair production this late in the game, which is really rare for Protoss. No, recall going down. Which is really rare for Protoss. Is that just because of the map, and because drops are so powerful on this type of map?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically what I figured was, after I mentioned it, I realized that it did some sort of all-in drop and killed my gateway production. In a longer game, he might have a possible comeback, because I would have to rebuild the gateways, and if he somehow got some good plagues off on my army, I would be in a dangerous position. Like, I wouldn't be like completely dead or anything like that, because his econ is much lower and his army was much lower with the hunt, but it could still get the potential for him getting some sort of comeback. So I wanted to make sure that he had no chance to come back in the game, so I just sort of left him for defense.
Alright. And this recall is about to get cleaned up. This one certainly was successful. You retook out the buildings you took out last time and took out the hive.
Yep.
So he does have the Defiler Mound down, but he certainly won't get Ultralisk this game. And you're continuing your macro rather well. Your money's definitely down there, especially for this point in the game. And your constant scouting of that bottom expansion paid off. You were able to shut it down way before it could get up in time. And the game is pretty much over.